Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hobart Bay Sports Network. I am your host, Justin Winter, and today we have Hobart Bay and UCLA. A bunch of ones. You have the number 1 ones and the number 1 Bruins. So, not quite as much ones in UCLA, but oh well. Their quarterback is not doing so well. He's got just over 50% completion and 6 touchdowns to 3 picks. You look at their schedule, they beat FCS and they beat Boise State. That's not the greatest resume, I must say, but you never know how they'll do. They have 2 strong centers on that line and a couple great defensive ends. One is Mike Rivera, 5 tackles, 2 for loss, and a sack already. He's also got 2 pass deflections. That is an underrated part of the line. He's got good speed, that's why he's at the edge. And he's got enough moves to make you pay. So do not count this guy out. He could cause some havoc in our backfield. Their quarterback is Chad Thibodeau. Like I said, he's not having a great year. 442 yards, which isn't the worst, but his touchdown to pick ratio isn't great. He does have legs, so he can make something happen, just not to the extent that others can. And he's got a decent enough arm too. We'll just have to see how he does. And then they have DeMarcus Pollard at wide receiver. He's got 284 yards so far. That's really good. 2 touchdowns as well. He's averaging 142 yards per game this year. That is phenomenal. He's getting 10.7 yards after the catch. It's pretty good. He's got wide receiver speed and wide receiver hands. He's a solid guy, and we'll just have to see how he does. We are back in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl, where this time Hobart Bay is actually facing the home team. Last time we were here, we faced Penn State and lost a heartbreaker. This year, we're ranked number 1, going against number 1. Both of these teams have identical pass yards per game. However, UCLA just edges out Hobart Bay in rushing yards per game. We also turn the ball over more, but we score way more than they do. We'll just have to figure this one out as we go on. We're coming off of a fresh, dominant victory over the former number 1 team in the nation. We'll just have to show why that is the case, why UCLA is far inferior to our squad. We quickly choose heads at the coin toss and we win it. We choose to kick, as is our custom around here. That is the smart choice, the best choice for winning the coin toss. And from Pasadena, Otis Spielberg has kickoff. And here we go. That one there in the back of the end zone. And Moore will not take it out. So UCLA starts off with a quick 2nd down and 10. They have an odd style of offense where they go more traditional in their formation, but they hurry up. Thibodeau looks to throw, and he finds Williams here, who picks up 9, setting up a 3rd down and short. He'll drop back. No, it's a draw. Johnson gets the 1st down. Not a bad first run for Joseph Johnson, but you're going to want more than 2 yards if you're going to do anything. Here's another draw, and Joseph Johnson powers through for a 1st down for the Bruins. Strong start so far. Hobart Bay may be changing stuff up. Johnson runs over a man and then gets taken down. He had a good start to the run, but Seth Adams cleaned him up. And that brings about 3rd down and 8. Split backfield here. The blue jerseys just trying to extend the drive. This would almost get them into field goal position as Thibodeau is intercepted. That one's Cedric Allen, and he's got room. He's in a foot race now down the sideline, and oh, they just caught him. Just at the very end, but Cedric Allen, he came right in front of that one. And they had no chance. I'm surprised they stopped him. 3rd down and goal, offense kind of lackluster. Strupinski will look to throw. And fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're into coverage. Bad throw. 4th and goal, Spielberg on to kick. And it's a fake. Glessner rolls out to his left. Looks. Fires. Touchdown. Jarrett Harrison. Wow, we haven't seen a fake field goal touchdown ever since their first bowl game against Stanford in Zach East's last game. That's how long ago it was since we saw one of those. And here Thibodeau is looking for someone. And he's intercepted again! Jay Barber! He's getting a foot race, and he also gets caught, but this time before the 9-yard line. 2 interceptions in the first half of the first quarter. And Hobart Bay has just had excellent field position. Now Jay Barber gets in on the action. Wow, you really couldn't have scripted much better a start for Hobart Bay. Strupinski keeps, and he gets taken down. Loss of 2. UCLA's defense has actually been pretty good. They held Hobart Bay to a 3rd down, actually to a 4th down last time. Now it's 3rd and long. Strupinski looks to pick it up through the air. It's got by Ostrander, and he breaks a couple tackles to get the first. 2 men on him, that wasn't enough. 1st down and 10 for the ones. Looking to punch this one in. Through the air, it looks like. Strupinski rolls out, and oh, he's sacked for a massive loss. Loss of 12. You cannot take those sacks. Just throw it away, man. Mike Rivera gets his dues, and now it's 3rd and 22. Well, you're just going to chuck this one deep. That's all you can do. Airs it out, and caught! Joe McIntosh! The man's a legend. He's small, but he's a legend. I don't know what it is with the small receivers, but they're always fast, and they always seem to be able to win those one-on-ones. McIntosh just takes it down, and UCLA down 14-0 early. You need to do something, or else they'll just fall completely out of it. Joseph Johnson, he gets 8 yards on this one. Good run. They should rely on him a little more, but then we just blitz, and then we beat them. Johnson picks up the 1st down here. Well, if your O-line can block very well, then you don't really have to worry much for your running back. 3rd down and 5 here. They'll go through the air this time. And will he run or throw? He throws, and it is intercepted again! Jay Barber again! 3 interceptions in the first quarter. He's thrown more complete passes to our guys than to his guys. Strupinski keeps again on the option, gets a block there, cuts outside, has some room, and he gets 19 yards on the run. Wow. Well, UCLA is having about as awful a first quarter as you can, and Hobart Bay is capitalized, 14-0. Second quarter begins. 3rd down and 6 for Hobart Bay. 2 tight ends in on this one. They will look to throw. Strupinski airs it out, and that's intercepted by Hall. So now Strupinski wants to throw an interception of his own, and we still continue to turn the ball over every single game. That doesn't take this away from Reggie Hall. He made a good play, but it was a terrible pass. 2nd down and 5 for the Bruins. Hand off left. Johnson has room, breaks a tackle, and gets tackled himself after 7 yards. He's got 10 carries for 52. That's pretty good. 2nd down and 11. It's a play action to the fullback, and that's just a dump off to Joseph Johnson, and he gets his legs taken out. Well, that was fun. 3rd down and 5, split backfield, a tight end to the right. He motions out to the left now, and they will throw. Not surprising. And he breaks a sack, dumps it off. Williams could not get to the 1st down marker. Good job on Hobart Bay to holding strong, and now they're going to go for it. Strong formation to the right side. It's a toss right. Johnson gets across the 1st down marker. 1st down, Bruins. He's done very well. Very, very well. Alright, now what do they got up their sleeve? A drop back. Alan Harvey over the middle. Almost gets the 1st down, but not quite. 3rd down and 1 now. And they roll out to the left, and he throws it away to the right, where absolutely 0 people wearing blue jerseys were. Not unless he thought a fan was one of his players. They'll try this field goal instead, this one from about 35, and it's right down the middle. So UCLA gets on the board, breaking the shutout, but they need to do more. Handoff here to Tyree Nolan as he has always got all the grin in the world, and he gets taken down after 28. Great run by Tyree Nolan. Great blocking too. 2nd down and 8 here. And it's another handoff to Tyree Nolan, who again finds room, and he gets taken down after another 1st down. Tyree Nolan's been doing a lot better this season. 2nd down and 10, split backfield again. We like the split backfield, and it's a screen to Nolan, but he gets sacked instead. Strupinski, that is, not Nolan. Loss of 11, and now we have, well, we're just hoping to get into field goal range here. Spielberg's got quite the leg, so we don't actually need a 1st down to get into that position. Strupinski finds Joannin over the middle, who cannot get enough. 17 was quite a bit, though, and that will get us into position. As Spielberg will try and drain some clock so that UCLA doesn't have time at the end of the half. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. Spielberg does it again. 17-3. Well, UCLA has a chance to make it a 1-possession game going into halftime. That would be huge for this team. But they need to get something going on offense. And that's intercepted again. Seth Adams. He's taken down immediately. No return. But the 4th interception of the half. It is a bad day for Chad Thibodeau or Thibodeau. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. Here's a dump off to Greg Wilson, who stays in bounds. And he picks up 7. Less than a minute now for Hobart Bay. You gotta do something if you want to get into that end zone. It's a keeper on the option. You know what I'm trying to say. Strupinski takes a shot, but he gets 5 yards. He's got a whole 2 yards rushing if you count the sack yardage as loss, which unfortunately they do. I wish they didn't, but they do. We'll look to throw here, and that's caught! Victor Cross for 26-yard touchdown. Hobart Bay adds another score, and they get the ball to start off the 2nd half. Victor Cross has had a limited playing time really his entire career, but when he's got his playing time, he's made it count, and he gets another touchdown. I think that's his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, and 24-3 is your score going into halftime. Hobart Bay being dominant. The Bruins are not good. They're just not doing well at all. I don't think you could call anything that they do good at this point. They converted 1 4th down, and Joseph Johnson has done very well. But whenever they get something going, they usually just turn the ball over. I mean, they got 1 turnover themselves, but then they kind of only got a field goal. I mean, they threw 4 interceptions. It's hard to do well when you throw 4 interceptions in a half. 3 of those in the 1st quarter. And Hobart Bay has just capitalized. Aside from the 3rd interception we got, we wound up throwing a pick immediately after. But this just completely tells the story. The only thing they're beating us on is rush yards. Surprisingly, we're not losing the turnover battle. We're actually way ahead of them this time. And we have 1 fewer rushing yards. Just 1. Everything else is ours. Here we go. 2nd half begins with the kickoff. And they kicked it to JoJo McIntosh. He's going to take this one out. He's got blockers ahead. Now a whole lot of green on the sideline. And they take him down at the 45-yard line. Do not kick to JoJo McIntosh. What were they thinking? 1st and 10 with less than 50 yards to go. And this one's a little tunnel screen to Joseph Jacobson, who picks up the 1st down. That is an odd call for Hobart Bay. We rarely get those. Usually if we do a screen, it's to the running back, not to the receiver. Now on 1st down, Strupinski finds Tyree Nolan over the middle. Quick pickup of 8. Sets up 2nd down and 2 from the I formation. They'll do a little play action here. He airs it out, and that's caught by Joannin and taken down immediately But nonetheless, first down and goal inside the 5. Tight end getting in some action. Third down and goal. UCLA's been kind of tight down here, but will they hold? Toss right. Tyree Nolan gets tackled before the end zone. Great goal line defense. That's Reggie Hall who got it, but they're going for it. Split backfield here. Will they throw? No, it's a run. Tyree Nolan picks it up for the touchdown. What did he pick up? 6 more points for the Hobart Bay ones. And Hobart Bay just looks to annihilate another opponent. This team is supposed to be number 11 in the nation. Well, they thought Miami was number 1, so I guess it makes sense with how poorly their rankings are. Thibodeau drops back to throw. And he... What? What was that? Okay. Second down and 10. I don't know what that last one was. He'll look to throw again, do better than last time maybe. He throws it off his back foot and it's incomplete. Seth Adams, come on, man. You gotta pick that off. It went right to your hands. Third down and 10. It's a little drop play to Joseph Johnson, and he did make a couple men miss. But he only picks up a yard. Hey, you have to have good blockers if you're going to be great at running. UCLA punts it back at 2nd and 10. It's a handoff to Tyree Nolan, who goes to the right. He's got some, well, he had room. He only picks up 4. Not a bad run. He's at 61 yards today. Third down and 6. I doubt they'll run here. Well, they're making some adjustments, it looks like. They will throw. And that's caught by Craig Ostrander, and he's across the line for another Hobart Bay first down. I feel like the stadium PA announcer. 1st and 10. It's a keeper for Strupinski. He's got one man to beat. Doesn't quite beat him, but he still picks up 8 yards. Hobart Bay very good at getting those chunks. They don't like to do a lot of the short stuff, but they go for the chunks and it works out. Hand off to Greg Wilson this time. No, wait, it's R.C. Wilson. It's so hard to tell them apart because their last name is both Wilson, and one of them's 38 and one of them is 39. It's a 4th down here. No fake on this one. Spielberg's kick is once again true. 34-3. And I think we can safely say that this game is over. It's a 31-point game going into the final quarter of play. Well, we got the ball again. Backups are in this time. Glessner's there. He does a little play action. Fires across the middle. That's caught by Jamie Ross, younger brother of Dallas Ross. Dallas Ross had a back injury, unfortunately. Had to leave. Now Glessner looks to throw, and he finds Ken Anderson for the touchdown. A quick 3-yard score. And we haven't shown much, but Glessner's actually 5 for 5. Now in the final seconds, Glessner will look to the end zone again, and he finds Gordon Jenkins the 7th, the left tackle converted tight end. He used to be a left tackle, now he's a tight end. 1 second left on the clock, and that looks like that's going to be the end of this one. I'm going to just do a little quick squib to end the game. There you go, and it bounces, and we recovered? Hold on a second, we got the ball back, and no time ran off the clock. Well, I guess you gotta give Spielberg another chance to flex his kicking powers. There he goes, and once again he's true, and Hobart Bay again breaks the 50 mark, and that is the end of the game. I don't know how we got the ball back. I mean, I think the time should have run out once they touched it, but we got it back. We add on another 3. Hobart Bay wins this one by a final score of 51-3. Asserting our dominance, and Spielberg gets player of the game for his 3 field goals and 6 extra points. He had a busy day today, but that's not a bad thing as long as you don't have too many field goals from the field. Yep, that ends the game. Hobart Bay set the tone early when they picked off Thibodeau 3 times in the first quarter and an additional time in the second. UCLA just couldn't recover from that, and they couldn't stop Hobart Bay's offense, save for the 1 turnover that they got, but that was just a an errant throw. I guess you could say that for Thibodeau's throws as well. So they are what they are, but our offense was electric today, and their offense was terrible today. Our defense was stout today. Their defense was a block of Swiss cheese. Actually, not even a block of Swiss cheese, just a single slice with several holes poked in it with a pencil. You'll see that when you watch the post-game show where we go over the stats. Well, Strupinski, he went 10 for 18 today, only 127 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Funny enough, Glessner actually had a much better day. He went 7 for 7. 82 yards only, but he got 3 touchdowns and no picks. That's really weird. Tyree Nolan got 61 yards today. They stopped running with him at the end of the third. Glessner picked up 22 on the ground. Greg Wilson got 20 on the ground. And that was really all there was to say. Strupinski lost a lot of yards on sacks, so that's why his numbers are so low. Through the air, no one actually dominated. 40 yards for Victor Cross and a touchdown, 36 for Joanna and 35 for McIntosh, and a touchdown for him. A touchdown for Gordon Jenkins. No one really had a breakout game. It was very evenly distributed. Touchdown for Ken Anderson and for Jarrett Harrison as well. We got the ball to 11 different guys today. We were very spread out. But you know, sometimes that's just how it's got to go, and it works out well. And today, it really worked out well. On the defensive side of the ball, oh my goodness, we spread out the tackling too. Seth Adams, Doug Glover, Jimmy Hollis, Gerald Williams, Saw Sage, Jay Barber. All of them tied for most tackles, over not all of them solo. But as far as tackles for loss, that's Jimmy Hollis with 2, and he got a sack. But no picks. 2 picks by Jay Barber. I think that makes him our defensive player of the game. Of course, one of them turned out to be useless, but that's not his fault. UCLA had a dominant defensive player with 10 tackles by Rashid Samuel. However, the pick by Reggie Hall was really the most important part of the game for them. On the receiving end, they had, how many yards is that? 27 yards total. Passing, 7 for 17, 27 yards, no touchdowns, 4 picks. A QB rating of 7.4. And 67 yards on the ground for Joseph Johnson. They used him less than they should have, and that's just sad. Hobart Bay actually beat UCLA in every single category, including turnovers, which is phenomenal, and it's completely insane for these guys, because they never do that. But it worked here, let's go. And a look at the Heisman race, McIntosh is out, Strupinski is still in, but you got Tyree Nolan in there now. All of a sudden, he's in there. McIntosh hasn't been getting as much use, but this will be more of an actual battle, and it depends on what scheme we go for. Do we run it more, do we pass it more? That will decide which of these guys actually has a shot at this. But next week, we have an even easier team in Colorado. They're coming to our place after we smoked them last year. And I hope to see you there, but until then, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and have a nice day.